Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are pretty involved in the farming operation. I am actually on my lunch break from work. I get a 1 hour lunch break, so I had to run out here to this piece of property. What we've got here is a piece of new ground that we picked up this year, and there's 5 acres. It runs I don't know how much of this you can see, but we'll probably drive around. But you see the hay rows, it runs there down to the tree line, back up along this creek to right here where I'm standing in the truck. This is 5 acres. This is new for us, and I'm gonna get in the truck and get out of the wind. But this is a new piece of property for us. Excuse me, sneezing. I'm pretty sure the flu has visited our household. I think my little boy Levi has the flu. He's out of school today, etc., etc. But I'll get in here and truck out of the wind. What we'll do, we'll drive around this, and I'll talk to you a little bit about what else I'm into today, and explain to you what we're trying to do. So hold on. Okay, I hope you can see what I'm looking at here. The ground's extremely muddy, and I don't want to get over in here and get stuck, but we're going to take a quick, if we can, a quick trip around here. But as you can see, it is good prime bottom land. Historically, it was in silage corn up until a couple years ago, and then it was sold. It's been seeded in orchard grass. Yeah, it's got a pretty good stand on it, but not a lot. So it should till up pretty good. It changed hands this winter, back in January, or not January, but back in December. Some new owners bought it, and we got the opportunity to lease it. Now, I've got the opportunity to lease more up here if we needed it, but I believe that this will be sufficient for what we need. And you may not be getting a good view of it, but we'll turn down here and look. So, for the 2018 production year, we're looking at approximately 20 acres in vegetables. Now, all 20 acres of that is within 5 miles of each other, and most of them are in smaller plots. This actually is one of the bigger plots, if you will, and you can see one of the bridges right here. But like I was saying, they're all within about 5 miles of each other, and which makes it very, very handy. And this is the farthest one out from my house, and it's about 5 miles away, and you can get a good look at what we're looking at here. So we've got about 20 acres in production, and what we'll do, just to give you an idea, and that sun may blind you here, but you can get a look at what we're seeing here. I'll turn you a little bit this way so that maybe that'll help. But so what we'll do is we'll start in the middle of April, and we will plant or seed about 3 acres, and then every couple weeks, 2 weeks, 10 days, 3 weeks, depending on the crop, we'll do a couple more acres. So we'll eventually reach a point to where we'll be harvesting and planting at the same time. We'll be harvesting one crop and planting another one. So that leads me to the next point. It will cost us just to put the crop in the field. Now, I'm just talking about seed, fertilize, plants, plastic mulch, drip tape, etc. It will cost us somewhere around, on average, $1,000 an acre. So we're looking at $20,000. But we'll try to get some crops in early, 5-6 acres in early, and by the time that we're finishing up the last 5 or 6 acres, we'll be harvesting those first. So, you know, that'll help offset that cost. This part of the farm here, I do not have leased, but there may be an opportunity to lease it. I think there's a total of about 16 acres in here. So, and you're probably getting blinded by the sun, and I apologize for that, but I didn't want to get out in the wind. So that's what we're looking to do. So our first plantings should hit the field around mid-April. So it is the end of January, and this is a mud hole. We'll make sure we get through that. It is the end of January, so what we've got to get done between now and the middle of April is we've got to get about 5 acres ready to go. So that means we got to spend about $5,000, and we've got to get this ground tilled. That means I've got to moorboard plow it, and then I'll use disc hards to cut it down, the 9-shank to rip it up, and then we've got to lay the plastic mulch on some of it. Some of it will direct the seed. But that's what we're looking at. Just thought that what I'll do, I'll give you a tour as we go through of each one of our fields. This one and one other, we have one field that is 8 acres, and then we've got this field that's 5. Those are our 2 biggest. We've got another one that's 4. You know, a couple of 2 acres, acre and a half, so forth, so on. And it's around 20 acres total. Now, if we put all that into production, we'll see. But that's what we're looking at, and you can get an idea of the entire farm here. And I know the wind's rough, but you can get an idea of the entire farm. And there's about 16 acres, and part of that across the creek goes with it too. So that's what we're doing. We will be kind of guiding you through this process step by step. We may do some mathematics. My point on the money is it takes a lot to get into it. Now, hopefully, if we spend $20,000, now that's just putting the crop in the field. That's not the chemicals we'll use, fungicides, insecticides, etc., etc. That's just to get it in the field. And if we do that, the goal is, you know, to make that much more back. So if we spend 20, our goal will be to make 40. Keep in mind, this is farming. We could have another difficult weather year, one big hailstorm, one big flood, and lose that 20 grand. But we're going to walk you through it step by step. We may possibly pick up more of this farm. It is available. The new owners said I could lease all of it, but I did not want to get more than I can handle. So that's what we're doing. But that's the new ground. We've got that 5 acres and another 8 acres that is new ground to us this year. So the other 7 acres we have farmed in the past. So 7, there's somewhere around 7. So that's what we're looking at. If you like what we're doing, subscribe to us, comment, tell us one way or the other. I hope you enjoy it. Like I said, we're going to try to go a little more in depth on the farming to put out a little more information about what we do and how we do it and what we do it with. Excuse me. So I'm gonna get off here and eat my peanut butter sandwich and call it get back to work, because you know, it's 12:15. I've got to eat my sandwich and get back to work before 1 o'clock. Until next time, like us, subscribe to us, comment, let us know what you think.